Hello and welcome to my channel, and I am Stephanie and this is Tuesday Talks. Tuesday Talks is a Goodreads group that was created by Janie from The Bookworm's Buddy and Janelle from Miss J. Rod's Reads. This week's topic is lyrics and poems that you enjoyed from books. So lyrics and poems, I have read quite a few books that have lyrics and poems because I've read quite a few books about rock stars or musicians or artists and, writers and things like that. So I had to sort of narrow it down, but I think I have a good mix of books that have lyrics written in them or poems or are about other books and things like that. So let's get to this list. The first one is going to be Red Lights, Black Hearts by Fabiola Francisco, and I loved that the mention of The Alchemist was in there because it really makes me want to go out and get that book and find out what all the hype is or why it was so important to this book. It makes me want to go out and read this book. There was this one poem or line from the book, and I actually have it, so see right here. I'm gonna read it to you now. So one character wrote to the other character, "The moon needs the sun, just as the sun needs the moon. Earth needs both to light its path." Oh, I think that one line is just absolutely amazing. Poetry in motion. Loved it. So the next book I'm gonna mention is Grip by Kennedy Ryan, and it has to do with the rap that Grip actually writes about his experience with getting pulled over by a police officer, and also how he felt when a family friend who is a police officer, had to shoot another family member. His rap is all inclusive in that storytelling, in looking at both sides of the situation, and I think that it is beautifully written. Because I don't have the music that goes along with it, I had to read it sort of as a poem, and poems and lyrics are pretty much the same thing. Lyrics are just something that is placed with music, and I think a poem could be lyrics if you place music with it at any point in time. And that's exactly what Grip's lyrics say to me and mean to me, and they were filled with emotion and just absolutely amazing. The next book I'm going to go with is The Unrequited by Saffron A. Kent, and I think this entire book is a poem written in a novel. So this book is about a poet. He starts teaching even though he doesn't want to, and then he has a student that is sort of lost. She ends up following him, and their connection about unrequited love is just poetry in motion. And if I'm not mistaken, the student ends up writing a poem or two, and you actually get to read those, and it was just very moving and beautiful, and I definitely enjoyed that aspect of the book. Then finally, I'm going to talk about The Ballad by Ashley Pullo. This book makes a lot of mention to The Little Prince, and the emotions that come over me when I think of this book is just, oh man. The portion that the Little Prince plays in this book is just heart-wrenching, especially for the characters that it is played upon. So I really don't want to go into why it's so important, because that is something that you need to discover through their journey in the ballad, but it's just beautiful, and I loved how The Little Prince, this other novel, sort of plays into it. So those are some lyrics and poems that I found inspiring and interesting that play in books that I've read. Are any of those ones that you've heard of, or you've read them and you were moved by them? What are some poems or lyrics do you know of that move you? Let me know down in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. I started a Goodreads group. Please go check that out. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.